I just got done watching 825 Forest Road. This is a brand new horror movie that just dropped on Shudder. It's written and directed by the same guy that made the Hell House movies. So right off the bat, and we are getting a new Hell House movie, I think this month or next month. I'm excited for that. But hearing that his name was attached to this, I definitely had to check this out. This is a really eerie, creepy, haunted house movie, but with a twist. So we have our main characters here, Chuck, Maria, and Isabel. They move into this house, and not knowing it until the last minute, not only is this house haunted, this town is pretty much cursed by this woman that goes by the name of Helen Foster. And I like the vibe that this movie kind of gives, how it's broken into chapters. It's broken into 4 chapters. We see different point of views, starting with Chuck. And that first chapter kind of gives you the introduction of what to expect as far as the story goes. Like, Chuck gets all this information through a neighbor about the town and how Helen has cursed the town, and there's been like these large cases of people self-deleting themselves and, meeting in secret. That whole aspect I feel like was a little underdeveloped, but then when we get to chapter 2, Isabel's POV, things start to get more interesting. There's also like really an interesting use in a mannequin. Mannequins are always fucking creepy. Once we get to like chapter 3, Maria's kind of whole POV. And what I like about this movie for the most part is from the moment it starts, it doesn't kind of let up with the creepiness and building up tension. It never really bored me, I will say, and that's a positive. So once we kind of get everybody's perspectives and a lot of creepy shit just continuously starts happening here, I do feel like once we get to the final minutes of this movie or the final chapter, the movie does feel a bit rushed. I think it does have good atmosphere. I like the characters. I like the motivation even of the entity itself, that it attaches to people that have gone through something traumatic or dealing with something mentally. So it makes it easier for Helen to kind of attach itself to that person. And just the lore of Helen Foster, I feel like could have been better. And maybe that might be the idea, is this might be the next like Hell House in terms of them kind of fleshing this out as a franchise, or there might be another movie or so, because I definitely feel like that ending felt rushed, in my opinion. Not everybody's going to probably feel that way. That's how I just feel about it. I think some of the visual effects are okay. Just the best parts to me about this movie, as far as the creepy scare factor, is the use of that mannequin. Outside of that, it's a lot of like cheap jump scares that might get to you, but they didn't really work on me. I like the overall tone of this movie. I feel like it just falls short in some areas. Overall, I think it's still a decent watch. It had potential in a lot of areas. I think they could have tightened up certain story aspects and whatnot. But I would say go definitely check this out if you have Shudder. You might really enjoy this a lot more than me. Not to say I didn't find enjoyment in this movie. I just definitely feel like there was flaws. Anyways, that's just my take on the movie. Let me know in the comments below if you get around to checking out this, and your thoughts in the comments below. Till next time, I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.